Last time I told you guys that I'd be joining a certain dropshipping course after selling a certain item. But regardless, we're launching a new store next week and we're actually gonna get money through selling. I know, crazy. The item, an RTX 3080 10GB graphics card, which was crisp, damn near brand new. Everything was going according to plan until the last second. The day right before we went to go sell the graphics card, I got some terrible news. Yeah, we just took a generational L. We were meant to sell this graphics card. So currently we still have about $100. We get 100 more. And we're gonna hop into product research for our next store. And we're gonna crash it, bro. That's simple. So the plan to crash it was set in motion. As we all know, summer's coming up and we knew we had a massive opportunity to sell seasonal summer products. Things like fans or inflatable pools. And within the first 3 days of scrolling on our TikTok burner account, we found 3 products that we were highly considering running. Now out of these 3 products, one was a portable blender, another one was a fan that blows out cold air, and the third one was this mini projector that's been blowing up on TikTok. And after deciding which of these 3 products was the best for us to sell, we cooked up some ads and prepared for launch. We had recently gone through a free course by a UGC creative director we found on Twitter, and the information we learned in that damn near filled up my entire notebook. And to say we were pumped to apply all the new information we learned would be a complete understatement. Deep in my soul, I knew that this would be my first $1,000 store. Well, you read the title, so you know obviously that didn't happen. I am turning my ads on within the next 5 minutes. Crazy to be here again because this is the fastest I've ever made a new store, if I'm being honest. Now of course I'm excited for this store. Again, my goal for the day is to at least know my ROAS by the time 24 hours is over, or 48. I've been spending my time improving slowly, learning how to make even better ads, better everything, because that's really it. You should always hold yourself accountable for your failure. So I'm aware that the reason I failed was all my fault and nothing else. After turning the ads on, we let them run until they reached our stop loss, which ended up taking about a day and a half. The results will shock you. Alright guys, so it's about a week later and the ads, I can't even say they didn't perform how we expected. They didn't even perform, bro. Alright, so as you guys can see, these were our 2 campaigns for this product. We spent around $95. We usually stop selling a product after we spend $150 and I've gotten no sales. But the reason we stopped was because, as you can see here, both of these campaigns only got 1 ad to cut. And I started wondering, do I not know how to make ads? Did I put the wrong conversion event? Because one funny thing, all of my other campaigns before this Rosy Cup cold audience testing, which is the one I got my sale with, and all of these were add to cart campaigns, and as you can see the results were obviously way better than what we're getting now. But the thing is, all the gurus recommend that you put it as purchase, because look, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that the more people that reach checkout, the more people that are likely to purchase your product. And this store, the Scoop Smart, which I talked about in the last video, and the product was still running, 0 checkouts initiated, bro, at all. And the product we were selling was this fan that cools you down during the hot weather. Basically, you pour water in the top and it blows air, and on top of that it has a humidifier inside which atomizes the water and blows a cold breeze on you. It had many other benefits than that, but that's the main purpose of purchasing the product. Now at this point we're already done with this product and looking for the next one, and that continued until I found a particularly disturbing video on my YouTube feed. Now if you come here to this other dropshipper's channel, Hendrik Wold, he was making a video where he turns a failed store profitable as a challenge. You'll never guess the product this guy ended up settling on. Yeah bro, ain't that my product right there? I was like, wait, you mean to tell me I have the same amount of skills of product research as this guy over here? I mean, that's hardcore proof that I know how to do product research. His ad is just a compilation of clips. After I went through an entire course of learning how to create good ads. And on top of that, don't even get me started on the website, bro. Now I know you're wondering, why are you showing us this and you didn't even get any sales? Look how bad the site is. Boom. Is that a joke? So obviously the issue ain't the product either. My website is obviously better than his. We're selling the same product and my ads are better than his. So I'm wondering, maybe the problem was my strategy. I heard from a friend of mine that ads start to perform correctly after 3 days, because that's when they finish the learning phase. They were still saying learning. Although like back in September when I started and I was doing a general store with a bunch of products, because that's what was recommended. When I had finished learning, bro, everything just took off. My point is, the main issue is that we were spending our entire budget before the ads could even leave the learning stage. The funny part is, watching this back with the information I have now, this was not the problem at all. For an ad to leave the learning stage, it has to gain substantial data with the selected optimization event. So for example, 50 purchases. So even if your ad gets 48 purchases, it's not gonna leave the learning stage. And I didn't even know this at that time, so I'd have failed regardless. So this time what we're gonna do different is, one, we're gonna make new ads. Not too new though, because our old ads were about like a minute long. We're just gonna cut down all the other stuff as much as we can and still keep the important bits to around like 30 to 40-second long ads. Our testing campaign is always an ABO, where we usually make 5 different ad sets with 1 ad in each, and run each ad set at $10 a day until they leave the learning stage. No. Start bringing us some real valuable data, you know, add to carts, checkouts, purchases. So that's what we have in mind right now. So it's currently Friday and my payout from YouTube comes on Monday. Now Monday came and so did my dollars. The original plan to use the same creatives but shortened was cut short because we found a competitor on the Facebook ad library that had just started running ads the same day we wanted to launch. I think I'm about to steal!
Our ads are actually in the learning phase right now, so our strategy right now is to let the ads run for about 2 to 3 days before we can actually have a conclusive decision on whether we want to move on with this store or not at a $10 budget, and yeah, let's see how it goes.
So we made 1 campaign with 3 ad sets with 1 ad in each ad set, so that's 3 ads in total, because we feel like for the budget we have, we don't really have enough to test 5 ads at the same time. So we're just gonna hope some of these do well, because this time around we actually didn't make them. We do have ads which we're gonna use as our backup ads in case we get bad KPIs, but we yoinked his ads and decided to sell them in the UK where there's less competition. So you can see there's been significantly more money spent on more campaigns. So the first thing we did with our new ads was we created a new creative testing campaign targeting only the UK and having purchased. As you can see here on the creative testing campaign, we ended up spending $44.46, and above it there's a second creative testing campaign that's been optimized for add to cart. Now the reason I did this is because previously my older e-com stores, like these ones you can see here, were actually optimized for add to cart, which was a mistake on my part. But as you can see, we were still getting add to carts, at least results. So I ran them both at the same time as kind of like an A/B test until I realized I can't afford it. So I turned off the purchase one and left the add to cart one running, since by then it had started bringing us results but no checkout. So we took the best performing ads and put them here into an interest testing campaign, and these are the interests we tested, and from that we ended up getting 5 checkouts initiated and no sales. After this product failed, I went around looking online because I really wanted to know which event should I optimize for, and everybody's always preaching purchase, purchase, purchase. So that's what I'm gonna go with for my next store, because they told me that add to cart may work well during creative testing, but at scale it simply does not perform as good as purchase. Of course, I was hella bummed out to see these results, but honestly, if you compare it to my previous products right here, the Scoop Smart, which I also made a video on, 5 checkouts compared to 0, and about 40 add to carts compared to 0, actually compared to 1, is obviously a step in the right direction. So here we are again, post failure.
Different game plan this time. We actually want to try and do some sales training for about 2 weeks before we launch our next store. And yeah, I've been looking at a lot of dropshipping gurus. They've been saying that you should learn some form of sales training before you start dropshipping, and to be honest, we've been neglecting it for almost 7 months, but I think now is the time that we should get into it. I hope the next time we do run our store, we're gonna get more conversions.
So one thing I actually found out is that most of these dropshipping gurus that I actually look up to, like Noah Brewer, the owner of Viral Ecom Ads, Sebastian Georgiou, Adam Griffin, they all say that before they started dropshipping, they were doing like a door-to-door sales job to get money, which actually ended up teaching them the skills of how to sell basically anything. Most of this stuff about frameworks is bullshit, honestly. Like, I'd rather be taught how to fish than to be given the fish. Hopefully by the time we finish our sales training, our skills have grown significantly more to the point where we can sell just about anything. And so that we don't burn this, bro, because that would be the most painful thing.
I don't believe that these frameworks that they've taught us actually work, because bro, we've been doing this for 7 months and still we've only gotten one sale, so that's clear proof that the frameworks they've been teaching us do not work. The sales training is really going to open our mind up, teach us a bit more about the consumer psychology, exactly what goes into somebody's head before they decide they want to purchase something.
So our plan for these next 2 weeks as we undergo our sales training is to also do product research early, and then over the next 2 weeks we monitor how the products are performing to see which ones will die out or which ones will stand the test of time. And once the 2 weeks are done, whichever product is still doing well, getting active engagements, people are still uploading a lot of organic TikToks for it, and that's one we'll run. If there's more than one, then so be it. And we're also gonna have a bit of a higher budget. We're gonna spend about $300 on our next creative testing and then cold interest testing. And yeah, I can only pray that we get sales, man, because
That is the goal.
That's all I need to fix my broken ego now, man. Of course, this is not the end for my e-com journey. It has no end. Truth be told, this video you're watching right now was not even supposed to come out, and I've been sitting on it for over a month since the product failed. The only reason you even see me on your screen right now is because I decided to keep uploading my failures, so that when I get the bag up and I'm rich, I can come back and watch these to reminisce on the good old times. And the second reason I'm uploading this video is because once I make it, I want to inspire you guys, because you'll be able to come and watch my old videos and see where I came from and how I did it and apply it yourself. So if you guys are interested in coming along with me on my e-commerce journey, please drop a sub and like the video because it helps boost it on the algorithm. And now my next store is already in the works, and I chose my product today, literally a few hours before I recorded this. Will this be my first winning product? Guess you just have to wait and see. But until then, remember this message from me. Whether you're happy or not, do the same daily tasks. If you think you can work based off of your emotions, then you've got this shit all wrong. If you're struggling with creating winning dropshipping ads for your brand, I want to introduce you to Viral Ecom Ads. Now, Viral Ecom Ads is the most well-known editing company in the world for dropshipping, and I've produced over 50,000 videos for over 25,000 clients. The creators of Viral Ecom Ads have generated over $50 million in e-commerce sales through the videos produced by Viral Ecom Ads for their clients. And some of the most popular dropshippers that have used their services are AC Hampton, Sebastian Georgiou, and Ari Sherson. If you want to check out Viral Ecom Ads at 15% off, use my affiliate link in the description below and use code NATE at checkout to apply the 15% off discount of any purchase store-wide.